queen versus rook endgames are the most underappreciated in chess. But we all ended up in this kind of situation. Most people teach you that you should put the king on the corner. Step number 2. Make sure you isolate the king and the rook. And the third step is easy. You start checking until there is a fork and you win the rook. Endgame, queen versus 2 rooks, happens way more in chess. And you simply don't know what's best. Should I have the queen or the 2 rooks? If I show you this position, would you want to be playing with the white pieces or with the black pieces having 2 rooks? This is exactly what happened in 2004 in the World Championship match between Peter Leko, who's playing with the white pieces, versus Vladimir Kramnik with black. And here, Peter Leko started with the move Queen f4. But let me first tell you something. After this move, black is better. You could say black is winning. Kramnik is winning here. But the only way to win is to know the 5 missions that I have for you today. Mission number 1. Do not get checkmated like this. I know it happened to you. It happened to all of us. But for this, you need to know the trick. And this is this move, g5. Closing the position. But now you're thinking that is dumb. Of course, the rook is protecting the pawn, but the queen could come here, and it's pretty dangerous, because there could be this kind of checkmate next. And in our games, we see a check, we just do it. Peter could just cover the check like this. Now we move the rook somewhere, thinking we're gonna have all sort of checks entering with the rooks. But Peter would just play this, threatening checkmate on the next move. We move the king, which is the only move. He checks again, and takes all our pawns. And now we're totally losing, because this pawn is next. So this is not the way to play in this position. After this move, Peter went to f6. He's threatening a checkmate in 2 moves, yes? But now, Kramnik had an amazing idea that you need to know. h6. That's another way that you're gonna trap your friends. Because let's face it, they're just gonna take the pawn without thinking. And now, my friend, how can you win the game on the next move? I hope you found that you could simply play this move. This queen is in jail. So that's one pattern that you have to keep in your mind, but obviously this is not what Peter did. He went queen f6, h6 played by Kramnik. Now he just went f3. These rooks here are not very efficient on the side like this. It's quite sad. Mission number 2, try to bring the rooks in the center of the board. Either like this or like this. For instance, attacking this way or this way. And this is what happened in the game. You attack the queen goes away, you go here, threatening to come on this amazing square. He comes here, and this is what people do against you when they have the queen. They keep doing this kind of trick where they attack actually both pieces, which means I can never go away with the rook, otherwise I lose the other one. And the same applies to this one. I cannot go away, otherwise I lose this one. That's the second mission. The trick is to keep attacking the queen, lateral attacks like this. Tries to give a check, it does not matter, comes back, and you see what she does? Exactly the same things. Attacking both, which means I can never remove one of them without losing the other one. But after this move, it's not possible. You can't just stay and attack both rooks. You have to go away. We said we go in the center when we can. The queen moves, and you bring the other one. The mission 2 is accomplished. You brought the rooks in the center of the board. The third mission that you have now is this pawn. You can attack it this way or this way. You first try on the 3rd rank. This guy is gonna keep moving. Now you go like this, you're threatening to bring the 2nd rook. And now you would be attacking this. The most important thing that you need to know is that 2 rooks, when they're playing against a queen, when they're fighting against a queen, they want a situation that is quiet. So they can both go and attack the pawns. Which means, the most important, when you have the 2 rooks, is to have a king that is super safe. Once your king is safe, then you can go after the pawns. Because obviously, you're 2 rooks against the queen. Which means that if you take this pawn, and the queen takes, for instance, one of the rook, you would take back the queen, and you would be in a pawn endgame, 3 pawns versus 2, and you would be winning. Now, having this in mind, you try to attack on this rank. Do you think he's gonna let you do this? No, of course not. Exactly the same method. And by the way, if you're playing with white here, this is the kind of method that you need to understand. You need to always put pressure on these 2 rooks. Now he gives a check. The king moves. Since our mission was to put the rooks on this file, and trying attacking this pawn, and we couldn't, now you move on to the mission number 4, which is attacking this way this pawn. And the best move here is rook here, because now this rook is covering from the checks, and also all you have to do is try to bring the rooks attacking this pawn. f3 is your target. He goes here, you come here, and now you put this rook there. He moves, he gives a check, and you bring the other one. And now you achieved mission number 4. After having the rooks here, you moved them to the center, and after you came here. I love this, and this is something that will stay in your mind, because now you're attacking this. And there is absolutely no way to defend it. You can just take it. He plays back and forth with the queen, but he doesn't do anything. Attack the queen, give a check, and now a check. Of course, he's gonna give the queen against the rook, and this is mission number 5. Now you're a pawn up. This is what you can do when you're 2 rooks versus a queen with the same amount of pawns. This is the best case scenario. You're gonna tell me Chesscape, there are some games that I lose with black here, and I hear you. And I lost games like this as well, don't worry. So now all you have to do is the opposition with the king. I'm gonna show you how to win this. He's gonna come with the king, but you always have what we call a reserve tempo, which means you will always have the opposition. He comes here, you come here. He goes there, you go here. And you see, he cannot take opposition and go in front of your king. And you force him to the corner. Now, you come with the king, he's forced to go down. You take this pawn, and you're gonna feel like a thief, taking pretty much everything in his life. This guy feels like editing his life right now. And please tell me that now that I showed you the tricks, how to win, and you have 3 passed pawns, that you're gonna be able to queen one of them.